Hi guys, I'm David with Media Unlocked, and I thought it was time to do an updated version of the 430EX2 Speedlight. It's been about, I think, a little over 2 years since I last did my last one, and the quality of it was not that great. So I decided we'd kind of run through some of the settings and functions that I didn't even know what they were at the present time when I made my original one. So we'll kind of try to jump through this as fast as possible. There isn't a lot to really go over in my opinion. So let's go on and turn the camera on. Or I should say the flash, not the camera. And we'll start from this button right here that says pilot. So mainly what the pilot light is, it lets you know that your flash is ready to be taken. If the pilot light is not on, it means that it's still recharging before you'll be able to take another picture. Once it's lit, if you wanted to, you could actually hit it and it would cause the flash to go off there. If you probably saw a little bit of the flash bouncing off the ceiling, then it will, as you can see, it can keep doing this. My batteries are fully charged, so I can really rapidly use my flash if I wanted to. But once your batteries start to get run down, this will take longer to charge, and eventually it just won't come on anymore. It'll be time to change your batteries out. Next, well, I guess we go over a little bit what's on the screen. You have your ETTL mode, which is pretty much like an automatic mode for the flash. We can go into manual mode, which I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Here is your meter mode, so when you're actually shooting at 24 millimeters, it is going to shoot more of a wide, broader flash, where at a higher millimeter, which we'll go over in a minute, it's going to be more narrow. You have your custom functions, so what you can do right here is this works as a light, so I don't know if you can see that light going on and off. So if you're working in a dark environment, this allows you to see the information of the flash on the LCD. If you hold this down, you can go into the custom mode function settings. The one I like to use is 1.1. Now what that one is it disables automatic turn off of the flash. I don't know if you ever use a wireless flash trigger and you're talking to your model for a couple minutes and you have to go reset your flash, turn them on and off again because they've gone to sleep on you. Well, this will keep the flash from going to sleep on you. So once you've picked your mode, you just hit mode right here, or your custom function. Once you pick your custom function, you'll hit mode, and that will take you back out. Now, I will add a link down below where you can download a list of what the different custom functions are. There is a bunch of them, and they do a bunch of different things. So if you guys wanted to download that, it's also in your manual if you have it. But I had the PDF, so I'll grab a screenshot of it and put it up on my Media Share, Media Fire, whatever it's called, so you can download it. So you just have your list of your custom functions that you can use, because there's a bunch to do. And we'll go back to it real quick just for a second, because you can hit, and there's different ones by doing, for different ones, 0 and 1 do different things. This allows it to go to sleep. This enables it not to fall asleep. Then you can hit it again and you can go to 2, 7, and there's a bunch of different functions that you can do. But the one I leave mine on is this one, and you can go through and set up all your custom functions throughout the whole entire flash, and then you'll just hit mode and it will take you back out. So it's very nice. So next is going to be our mode button. Our mode button, you can go into manual. So it's in ETTL at the moment. So we could send it into manual if we wanted to by hitting it once. While it's in ETTL, you can do compensation here. So what you do is you can hold down your center button down here, and this will allow you to do compensation with your automatic. So it gives you a little bit of manual control within your automatic settings. So as you notice, you can do that, and you can go negative as well depending on the stops. So again, I'm just going to put it back to 0, so it's not going to be under there at all. I'll hit mode again, and I'm back out. Now I'm back in manual mode. So with manual mode, you can hold down this, and then you can pick your strength. So the brightest your flash will be is going to be 1 of 1. So we're going to go to the brightest. So that is your brightest setting, which would be 1 on 1. And you just hit the center button and you set it, and that flash will be as bright as it possibly gets. You probably noticed the flash. As you notice, my pilot's going to take a little bit longer to charge back up. We'll go one more time. And what we'll do is we will bring this down to a much less bright flash, all the way up to 64, and you should see a difference here. As you notice, it did not, and I can keep doing it over and over again because it's not using up as much battery life, therefore it's allowing it to recharge faster. But again, it depends on the situation you're in if you need more light or less light. Next, we have our high sync speed. So the really nice thing about this is you can shoot it at shutter speeds of like 2,000 or 4,000. With this, it's going to run through your batteries a lot faster. But again, you'll be able to get a much higher sync. So you can use your shutter speed past the 200 or 250, where most flashes or cameras will not allow you to go past. Next is going to be what's called your second curtain or rear curtain mode. We'll hit that again. And what that does is, this is used for when you have slower shutter speeds, but you need a slower shutter speed, but you still need light to compensate as well. So this is really good for weddings or different events where it's low lighting and you need to bring your shutter speed down to get your light, so you're able to get enough light in the shot, especially for weddings. If you guys would like me to make a video on how this kind of works, if I get some time and there's enough people that leave comments, then I'll get around to showing you guys exactly how the second curtain or rear curtain setup works with your camera shutter. So, but just know that this is really good for if you need to use a low shutter speed and you're also using a flash as well. This is still going to help you get a better, higher quality shot. So now we're going to go to zoom. You just hit that once and you're able to control your zoom. And again, the higher your zoom is, so we can go all the way up to 105. At 105, it's going to be a much more narrow flash. And we're going to go all the way back to 24. At 24, it's going to be a more wide flash. So at 24, you're able to get more flash at a much wider base. And then all the way up at 105, it's going to be very narrow, and it's going to be very, it's going to be very specific if you're shooting somebody very specific or an item that's very specific, and you don't need a very wide flash. So if you hold this down, this will allow you to go into your slave settings. Now, the thing that does suck about the 430EX, it does not allow it to be a master. It only allows it to be a slave. So you can go in and you just got to tap this, or you tap these once, and you can work your way around, and you can go up to 4 different channels, as well as what slave you want it to be, A, B, or C. And then if you want to turn that off, you just hold zoom down, and it will turn it off. And then you have your on and off button. And last but not least, we're just going to take this off the stand. We're going to disconnect it, and I'll show you one thing about this that people may or may not know about. You have a diffuser in it. So you are able to use this if you ever need to defuse a shot. You have that right up there on the top. And of course, your batteries are on the right side, and you can just pull that open. And then you have your bracket down here, which should pop right off. But for some reason, there we go. And you have a bracket setting right there. So that is the 430EX2. Pretty much the 430 is going to work the same exact way. So pretty much everything that I just went over with the 430EX2, it's very similar with the 430. So if you have a 430, a lot of what I just taught you and showed you is going to work just the same way with the 430EX2. Hopefully my updated version is a little bit better than my previous version. And if you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below or send me a message. As well, check us out on Facebook at David D Images, Twitter at Media Unlocked, and our new website, MediaUnlock.net as well. All that information is going to be in your description bar down below, so you can click the links and go on and check all our different social medias out, and you can kind of follow us along with all the different stuff we're doing here on Media Unlocked. You guys have a great day, and we'll catch you next time.